Hey, 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 everyone, and welcome to Crypto Wednesday. I am Shelly Palmer. I hope everyone is having a great day. Welcome to people from LinkedIn Live, and welcome to my friends here at Zoom. Welcome to the YouTube Live crowd. Welcome to the Facebook Live crowd. Welcome to all the live crowd. I see everybody's gathering. Hopefully the bit rates are looking good, and the audio's good, and the video's good. Weigh in chat. Let me know what's going on. If you are here and you can see me, that'd be awesome. If you would say hi to each other in chat, that would be even cooler, because chat is like where pretty much this entire show happens. We're all about chat. I am very excited to be here today. We have so much good stuff to cover. I'm just sort of getting all my bearings here. Joey is busy, so I don't have someone co-piloting. This is me running my own little DJ shop here, so it's a lot of fun today. So much cool stuff is going on in the world. It is unbelievable what's going on in the crypto markets. Not all entirely good, I might add. The insane amount of volatility is making everybody crazy. And every time we start talking about NFTs and every time we start talking about anything with respect to the crypto market, everyone's talking about crypto prices. And as you know, I don't care that much about crypto prices. I really don't. I mean, they're an indication of something. Pretty much they're an indication of the price of crypto, but that's about it. So where are we today? Let's just have a quick look just for fun, just so we can see. We've got Bitcoin's at 43,000. It was like at 49,000 a couple of days ago. What do we got here? ETH is at $3,020. So that's, it was up almost at $4,000 last week, like 3,900. ADA is at $2.18. Okay, everything is down a lot. I get why people are a little freaked out, but they're just prices. They don't mean very much. Honestly, they don't mean very much. They go up, they go down. Since the country of El Salvador has started taking crypto as fiat currency, and I think the people of Texas have said they want it as well. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure the crypto prices mean very much. There's a lot of stuff in the news, so please, chat is where it's at. If you've got hello Richard Santalita, and hello there Jillian. Tena Kuhn from YouTube. Please just say hi to each other. Tell everybody what you do for a living. We've got a bunch of different chats going on. We've got chats going on in Zoom. We've got chats going on at YouTube. We've got chats going on Facebook, chats going on LinkedIn. So please, everybody just use the chat, say where you're at. I'm kind of watching everything, so which is why I'm turning my head left and around, just watching a whole bunch of chat clients. And ask your questions, please. We are going to try and answer all of your questions. It was really fun last week to get so many questions from the audience and just to talk about whatever you all wanted to talk about. One of the big stories today is our good friend Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has announced today that he is going to put 10,000 NFTs out in the world. He's going to do that on Tom Brady's autograph platform, which I think is super exciting if you're Tiger Woods. They say they're going to be accessible dollar-wise. I'm going to just read off a piece of paper here what the dollars are. Let's see. There will be 10,000 images in the collection. They will range, 9,700 of them are going to be from $12 to $100, with 375 of those moments priced at the top $100 mark. And then the remaining 300 NFTs will be signed by Woods himself. And apparently those are going to go for whatever, the sky's the limit. Access to the premier collection. This is all on Autographed, and DraftKings will have it also. Wow. Okay. So NFTs are a thing, and I think they're super, super, super important, and it's a really interesting way to exchange value and to store value. You know, everybody buys NFTs for different reasons. All NFTs are smart contracts, as we know, and you can write into the business logic anything you want to write into the business logic. And I think whether that is for fan development, which is maybe the highest best use, NFTs, it's a thing. It definitely is a thing. People are doing digital collectibles. Bored Apes is doing amazingly well. Ettore, your brother picked up a $12 one yesterday, unsigned, of course. Yeah, welcome, Ettore. Welcome, Richard. NFTs are the tulip bulbs of the 21st century, according to our friend Richard Sandalesa at YouTube. Well, I don't know if they're the tulip bulbs. And the reason I don't know that they're the tulip bulbs is that there is actually value that can be derived and stored in an NFT, where I don't know that the tulip bulbs, and by the way, there's a lot written about the craziness that went on with the tulip bulbs, where they were using them, the incredible, just unreasonable price hikes and the unreasonable value ascribed to the tulips. And yeah, it's been talked about over and over and over for years and years and years. But the difference is that with an NFT, because you can write business logic into the NFT itself, because it may have a secondary marketplace, because it will generate data, know your customer data, there are ways to craft business models around it that you really couldn't do with a tulip bulb. I mean, no offense to tulip bulbs, but they're not great stores of data for your business logic. They may store other data, but they certainly don't store that. Can you hang an NFT on the wall, or should you? Jeffrey Belafonte. Can you hang an NFT on the wall, or should you? In practice, almost every NFT you're going to find anywhere is right-clickable and downloadable by everybody. What the NFT certificate tells you is that you authentically own this particular file. It's your digital custody of it is what makes it valuable, and if it is a unique property, then its value is intrinsic. It is very difficult to understand how something that has been in the wild forever, doesn't have provenance and pedigree, how that is a store of value for the future. I have the original file of this file that's been copied already a million times. A little hard to wrap your head around that. And I think a lot of people are having trouble with it, and I don't blame them. It's one of the more interesting, in fact, it is maybe the most interesting of the of the questions about NFTs. For most NFTs, is that a thing? Is that really what, is that really where the value comes from? Are you going to buy any Tiger Woods NFTs from Jeff K? No, I'm not. Not because I don't love Tiger Woods. I do. When you buy something for collectible purposes, if you buy art because you love the art and you want it, that's a reason to buy art. If you buy art in a marketplace with intent for it to go up, and please, folks, this show is not financial advice. You must consult a financial advisor if you are going to trade crypto or NFTs. Financial risks are real. The financial markets are, and especially the crypto market, is incredibly risky. So you want to get a financial professional's advice. That would not be me, and I'm not offering it. Just common sense, and this is for your entertainment, and it's my opinion. When you buy an NFT, you are buying what you believe is something, well, you either want it because you want it and you believe it's valuable to you and it will give you joy, it will spark joy, to grab a common term, or you believe that someone is going to pay you more than you paid for it in a future date, which is why you buy a lot of things in the world, right? You buy anything you're going to put on a marketplace, you're going to buy that way. I don't personally believe that a future $12 NFT is going to have an immense amount of value. And I actually am not telling the full truth. I will buy a Tiger Woods NFT off of Autograph for $12 probably. Not because I want the NFT, because I want to go through the process and see how they're doing their work. So yeah, that's sort of where my head is on this. Let's just take one moment, if we could, to tell you that on Tuesdays, yesterday, my podcast with Seth Everett, Tech Stream with Shelly Palmer and Seth Everett, drops. And we have so much fun doing this. It's a pop culture podcast, and I always wait so long into Crypto Wednesday to talk about it, and I always feel bad that I don't give the podcast a little bit more promotion than than I do. It's so much fun. We have a blast doing it. You'll have a blast listening to it. It's on Apple and Spotify and Google and wherever you get your podcasts. Just check it out. TechStream is really it's a fun thing to do, and I hope you will check it out and you'll enjoy it. Moving on to what I want to really talk about today, and please continue with your questions. The $12 ones are sold out. Oh no, then I'll have to buy like a $25 one. Yeah, they probably will sell out. I don't know why they wouldn't. Tiger is a legend, and it's great stuff. Do you think those NFTs will sell for more later, or are you going to just hold it because you want the souvenir? Souvenir value, cost of a beer, I'm in. Definitely. Can I speak to the trustless mechanism Avalanche and how it differs from proof of work and proof of stake? Do cross-chains work across different trustless mechanisms? This is from Tim Rich. Wow. All right. Well, as it turns out, Tim Rich, that is an amazing question, and it's what I want to talk about today. Not Avalanche specifically, but cross-chains. There's a blog at shellypalmer.com. If you go to shellypalmer.com and you hit the blog section, you will see I've written an article called "There Are Cross-Chains in Your Future," and it's a story that talks about what's going to happen. What's literally going to happen in order for all things DeFi, all things blockchain to become as ubiquitous as like IoT or Wi-Fi. Like, how did Wi-Fi become popular? You probably don't remember, but when Wi-Fi was first coming out, a Wi-Fi radio added like $20, $30 OEM, could add $50 to $70 at retail. Might have been a little cheaper OEM, might have been $5 or $10 OEM, but it was like somewhere between $50 and $100 retail to anything. And most people who were buying laptops just didn't understand why they needed Wi-Fi. There were no Wi-Fi in airports. There were no Wi-Fi in train stations or in coffee shops. People rarely had Wi-Fi in their homes. And so no one really knew why they needed it. Everybody figured if I need an internet connection, I'll just plug in. Wow, think about that for a minute. What had to happen for Wi-Fi to become the ubiquitous technology that it is today that we all, can't live without? And part of what made all that work was the egg and the chicken and the chicken and the egg. At a certain point, you couldn't buy a laptop that didn't have Wi-Fi in it, and almost every desktop was being sold with a Wi-Fi card in it, and the routers got easier to use and they became cheaper, and people started seeing the benefit of it. And as soon as public Wi-Fi started to happen and the systems were all compatible, and that compatibility is really what, and there's probably a difference between compatibility and interoperability, right? Things that are compatible with one another, just for this, you probably can define this a lot of different ways for a lot of different arguments. For this conversation, we'll say that something's compatible if you could make it work together, and something's interoperable if it's designed to interoperate. Well, almost no technical systems are designed to interoperate. Ethereum as a blockchain is not designed to interoperate with Polkadot, or Polkadot, which came after. It's not designed to interoperate. The Bitcoin blockchain is not designed to interoperate with anything. It's unique to itself. It's there to be secure and decentralized. It's completely a sovereign system that is just its own thing. So it's odd to think about Ethereum interoperating with Polkadot, or even something like the Polygon blockchain, which was kind of invented to interoperate with it, or at least be highly, highly compatible with Ethereum. It's really hard to make these things work together. As I think all of you who are following me on a regular basis know that I am I've got a couple of crypto mines going just to show everybody, right? Like, it's for demo purposes. So here, oops, we're in the wrong one. Sorry, that's my bad. That's the book. This is my interface to ethermine.org right now. Apparently, I've got only one of my machines active, which is interesting. There should be more than one active. There should be two workers working. Looks like Connecticut is offline. So here is how this is what we're mining, we're making well, in the one machine working, it's making $3 a day. But this isn't the important part. Let's go to payouts for a minute. Okay, now we're going to the payout section, and I want to click here on their payout policy. This is, oh, Joey's here. Hooray, Joey. Let's get Joey to be a co-host. So this is the payout policy for ethermine.org, which is the second largest mining pool. And you now have a choice. You can get paid in ETH in your wallet if you've got over the threshold of ETH that you've mined. But in order to minimize the cost for you, what they're offering post EIP 1559, which you all know was a few weeks ago, the London hard fork, you can now use, here it is, your daily automatic payout balance is above 0.005 ETH. They will pay the network fee for you to get you paid in ETH. But if you're not at that threshold, then they offer you this ability to go to Polygon. And there you will use a Polygon Bridge. Oh, for fun, let's see what that looks like. So this is what you need to do. You need to put a bridge that's going to take you 3 hours to wait as your Polygon Ethereum payment gets bridged over to your actual Ethereum environment, and then you're going to pay the gas fees attendant with Polygon, and you're also going to pay the gas fees attendant with Ethereum. That's the simple version, folks. That's how compatible Polygon and Ethereum are with an actual payout from a mining rig. In other words, the brain damage involved is so severe that if you don't actually know exactly what you're doing, you're out of your mind to even to attempt it, because nothing good's going to happen to you. And that there's a lesson there. So the future isn't kludgy bridges. Could you imagine, oh, I can get on your Wi-Fi network if I go through my friend's computer and then we do some configuration, and then there's a 5-minute delay when I send something and get it back. You'd use that when? You'd use that never is when you would use it. So this becomes really, really, really problematic. And the solution to this happens on the coin side and the NFT side. On the coin side, we have an easy solution, which is called an atomic swap. And that's done with hash time lock contracts. The initialism is HTLC. You might have seen it. And when you do an atomic swap, they try to prevent what's known as a double spend attack. If you have been spending any time trading one coin to the other in DEXs, decentralized exchanges, then you've probably come across the most popular of the atomic swap sites is Uniswap. SushiSwap is another one. There's plenty of them out there. I mean, there's plenty of both semi-centralized, decentralized, and centralized places where you can go and do atomic swaps. The problem is that if the exchange is too small, or if you're not properly protected, you can be in a really bad place when it comes to an atomic swap, and the bad guys will do everything they can on double spend, and you need to watch out for it. So that's not the best way to do it. And of course, this thing with the Polygon Bridge is suboptimal in the extreme. It's just too many things to press. It's sort of like trying to set up your Bluetooth when Bluetooth would, used to take an hour to set up and then only worked 50% of the time on setup. So what are we thinking about now? What we're thinking about now are true cross-chain tool sets. The ones I want you to look at, and there are plenty of them out there, and everyone's making the claim. Everybody is making the claim that they're cross-chain. But what I want you to look at is an association called Cosmos, C-O-S-M-O-S, Cosmos. And they're calling themselves the Internet of Blockchains. Now, I don't have any financial ties to this group at all. I'm not making any money. They're not endorsing this, and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm asking you to go have a good, solid, long look at what Cosmos is doing, because it fascinates me. And it looks to me like if this is not the future of decentralized finance level 2, maybe level 3, maybe level 4. Not, and I'm just talking about hypothetical levels, not with ascribing no meaning to those other than just better, better, better. Good, better, best. Their currency is Atom. It's hard to find. I don't know if it trades. I think it's trading on Coinbase now, and Coinbase Pro Atom. That's their cryptocurrency. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part about Cosmos is the way that the foundation has put together this tool set. And it's a fantastic protocol, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, or IBC. It's a really, really well thought out tool set. You can go see a good example of it at Cosmos Hub. And if you're thinking about what the future of DeFi might look like, whether you're looking at Theta, the video site, or whether you're looking at Audius, or you're looking at some of the other NFT or NFT game sites, or Web3 DeFi sites, this model of cross-chain, the blockchain of blockchains, making it super, super easy to move data from one place to another, move assets from one place to another. This has got to be the future. It's got to be. There's another way to approach it, Polkadot, which I know trades on Kraken. I don't know if Polkadot, that's dot, is their currency. I don't know if that trades on Coinbase. I'd have to look. Polkadot is also a blockchain of blockchains. They believe they're a cross-chain world, but there you need to be inside the Polkadot ecosystem. So everything talks to everything as long as you're in their world. It's a little bit more democratic than that. It's a different strategic approach, but they use this idea of parachains. So if you build your sidechain or your parachain inside their, you can have your own blockchain inside the Polkadot blockchain. It's a really nice way to do it, but you need to be part of the Polkadot world to do that. Different than Cosmos. Just a totally different approach. Is it going to win? I don't know. They're doing really well. I don't know if it's like the winning strategy, but it's a strategy, and it's a strategy that a lot of people think makes sense. Wanchain, W-A-N-C-H-A-I-N, W-A-N-C-H-A-N, Wanchain is another way to look at this. They are they actually, if you took their copy and you put it on the Cosmos site or vice versa, they sound the same. They're not the same. They don't work the same way, but they do have an automated market maker site very similar to the Cosmos site that is their own version of a DEX, decentralized exchange. It's called WanSwap AMM, W-A-N-S-W-A-P A-M-M for automatic market maker. And that's worth a look too in the cross-chain world. So those are the three examples I found that sort of represent the three different approaches to creating the future, if you will, of multi-chain or cross-chain environments. There are many, many, many others. We have a resource page. Let me see if I can put it up here. The resource page is shellypalmer.com/blockchain. And if you go there, you will find links to everything that we are using. When we find a reference, we put it up on our blockchain database. You can find that there. So it's a good place to go. You got there's a glossary. There's a page of resources. There's the database itself that has a lot of stuff that we're looking at, and just who, what, when, where, why, and how. It's not a lot of editorial. It's mostly facts. Occasionally there's some notes in there. If something doesn't quite look right to us, we bring it up. And just not for nothing, I just put the second edition of the blockchain cryptocurrency NFTs and smart contracts books on Amazon. It's available right now both in paperback and as an ebook. It's the second edition. It was posted or published over the weekend, so it's brand new. It's got another 30 pages of stuff in it. If you have the ebook, I think it automatically updates if you update it, because the same ISBN number. If you bought the print book, there's a bigger version of the print book. Truth be told, and since you're all followers and fans, if you don't have a copy of the book, certainly feel free to buy it. If you've got a copy of the print book, the everything that's been added to it, you can find at shellypalmer.com inside the blog. not quite in the same order, not quite as well organized from the book perspective, but all the information is available at shellypalmer.com. So no need to buy a second copy, a hard copy of the book. But ebook people, or if you're getting it for the first time, the second edition is out. It's been a bestseller in 3 categories for a while, and we're very, very excited that we've done so well with this. It just tickled by it. We have another question. What's this? Why is AMC adding more crypto to the list of crypto it will accept? John S. John S. That is the question. Wow. Why? Let me think for a minute. I don't know. I don't know. I told a story. I told it to you last week. I'm going to tell it to you this week. In February 2011, March 2011, somewhere I go back and check my wallet. Rocky's 2 across the street was accepting, it's a pizza place, was accepting crypto, Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin, for pizza. So Bitcoin was trading at $1, and I was mining Bitcoin at the time. Slicing a Diet Coke. I used to drink Diet Coke back in the day. 4 Bitcoin, $4. About $185,000 in today's money. That was an expensive slice of pizza. Would I ever pay for a movie ticket with Bitcoin? I can't imagine what would ever possess me to do that. I don't even know how I would think about it. I don't know how I could reconcile it. Are there other coins I might pay for it with? Yeah, and that may be why they're expanding their world. Maybe I would. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I just don't think I could do that. Oh, here's a great question. What can you tell us about the PayPal super app? 2 question marks, Bob J. Well done. Okay. Well, since it's 2 question marks, it's probably worth an answer. What can I tell you about the PayPal super app? I think it's really important to be able to, if this is ever going to become easy to do, we're going to have wallets where the wallet will take a fiat currency and instantly translate it into a cryptocurrency of my choice and vice versa. And I'm not going to get killed by fees. Now, good credit cards, American Express, Platinum, the Sapphire Chase card, and a couple others, all have foreign exchange where you don't pay an extra fee. Some of them, though, play funny money games with the exchange rate. Clearly, there's no free lunch. Some are better than others. But they do try to take the sting out of being in Europe and paying with your credit card. And they try to make it a little easy for you to do. All crypto is international by design. So PayPal, which also is international by design, kind of gets you close to a place where you could choose the method of payment, either in or out, and they could do all the work for you. Stripe has done a really nice job in, I think, I want to say almost every country that you'd ever consider taking a credit card from, translating the currency. It's relatively recent, but they've made it super easy to just take any kind of cash that's available through any of the real banking systems. PayPal, I think, wants to do the same thing in crypto, and I applaud it. I think what they're doing is amazing. My problem with all of it, and your problem with it, is going to be the fees. How many people are going to have their hands out across the value chain as you move your currency from fiat currency to crypto to fiat? Like, how's that going to work? Are there any cryptocurrencies, are there any fiat currencies which function seamlessly as the swap market between, say, ETH and any other coin? No, there aren't. Not yet. But there will be soon. All of the central banks have experiments going right now with CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. And I think, and the U.S. Treasury by the end of the year has promised to weigh in on how they want this done. And I feel like, yeah, it's going to happen. It's got to happen, and it's going to happen. What else do we see here? Here's a kind of a strange question. Is iOS 15 worth it? Should I upgrade? Is it worth it? Who's this? Babar. Babar, is it worth it? The one that's worth it is 14.8 for sure. So yeah, is 15 worth it? It will be. I might wait 5 minutes because they'll probably have a 15.1 tomorrow or the day after. It just came out on Monday. If you don't have a burning reason to do it, don't. It'll be in your new phones, which show up on Friday. I think the first of the phones show up on Friday. So yeah, let's be careful with that. Look, I want to talk about something else that happened while we're on the subject of NFTs and stuff. This happened this week. I read about this in The Verge. It's in yesterday's Verge Tech. Andrew Wang wrote the article. NFT scammers are here. This shouldn't be news to anybody, but I had heard about this a couple of weeks ago, and but I didn't know who it happened to, and it was like not the kind of information that I thought I could share and understand in a good way. What this scam was I know you don't need this reminder if you're listening to me because I do this all the time, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is unique. Remember, NFTs are smart contracts, so the victim of this particular scam wasn't getting the royalty payment in the time frame that he expected the royalty payment from the NFT that was sold in the secondary market. Somebody was watching really closely in the Discord channel, the OpenSea Discord channel, and spoofing a customer service rep, and I think also Nate Chastain's name, saying Nate. They invited the victim to a private Discord channel for customer service. They put on a ruse where they said, you're next in line, you're next in line. They kept this victim waiting in what seemed like a normal thread of time for getting customer service. Throughout this scam, they lulled the victim into being secure enough that he was talking to real customer service, that he did a screen share with this wallet, and of course opened MetaMask. And of course there was the QR code and the wallet number and the private key. While they had this person in screen share, they literally took and sold all of his most valuable NFTs. I think in this article, it's like a couple hundred ETH. The number so stunning. 150 ETH, $480,000. $480,000 of NFTs in this guy's wallet. And he was dumb enough to fall for that. He feels like an idiot. He was dumb enough to fall for it. I don't know how to say this in a polite way. No, you are your own bank. You are your own security guard. There is no customer service. You don't screen share with anybody ever. And you would never show another human being that was not blood related in your will, your custodian, your legal guardian, your lawyer, your fiduciary. You would never show somebody who wasn't signed in blood to be on your team, vetted and bonded by insurance, your $500,000 worth of wallet? What? This particular person did one tweet at the end of the scam when they knew they were scammed. It was a single post. And according to this article, the word was fuck. The community... Now, the weird thing is those NFTs ended up in someone else's wallet. They're tainted. They're stolen merchandise. Now what? No longer in your wallet. No longer yours. Came from your wallet. Looks like came from your wallet. Scammers took the payment. You got nothing. They're holding NFTs that belong to you. They paid for them. As far as they know, they were doing a legit transaction. With you. Or your proxy. Oops. Folks, you are your own security guard. You are your own bank. You are the only line of defense. There is no customer service. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. There's no one to go see. Any one of you who are listening to me right now, if you want to open your own bank and issue your own coin of the realm. So today, if I decided that the Bank of Shelly is the bank and I am going to issue Shelly coin, no one on earth can stop me. It's about an hour's worth of work in Python, and out it goes. Then I have to build a community, and the community of interest, community of passion, community of practice, community of whatever I can gather around me believes that Shelly coin has value, and I give them all voting rights, and they all feel like they're part of this community. I'm in business. There's no registration. There is no business license. There is no anything. The hardest job you would personally have as you start your own coin, fill in the blank, is getting Binance and Coinbase to list it, because there they have some restrictions because they're being watched by the government. But if you put it on a DEX out in the outside world, and the DEX will list it, someone's going to swap Bitcoin for you. They're going to put it you and your. Someone's going to put up a yield farm and think that based on your tokenomics, they can make some money. Wild Wild West doesn't begin to go through this. And just because it's OpenSea, what, you think the bad guys aren't out there because you're doing it in a legit environment? Bad guys are everywhere, and the bad guys are pretty smart, and they only have to be right once. You have to be right every day. Welcome to security. Imagine you live in an apartment building. There are 10 apartments on your floor, and every morning you get up and you leave your apartment. You lock your door. And because you're a bad guy, you decide you're going to check everybody's door on the floor. And every day, every door is locked. But one day, someone left their door open, and you walk in there and empty their apartment. You need to be right every day when you're doing security. The bad guys need to be right one time. Be careful. This OpenSea scam with the Discord thing caught me. I know Nate. It clearly wasn't Nate. Nate Chastain. He's definitely not doing customer service. He's product. This person didn't know OpenSea well enough to know that there's no version of the world where the head of product and partnerships is in your customer service Discord and inviting you to talk about your royalties. Not happening. But he didn't know. And if maybe he did know. Maybe he heard that name. Maybe he went on LinkedIn and said, oh my God, look, I got the head of business partnerships online with me. This is amazing. I'm safe. It's wonderful. Seriously, folks? No. So forewarned is forearmed. You are playing with fire. And that's what you do here. That's you are playing with fire. It's just the world that we live in. It just is. Next question. Why are the crypto markets down so much this week? Leo B. I don't know. I don't. I have no idea. And I honestly don't believe that anybody else does either. One thing I will tell you about the crypto markets, again, not financial advice, is that you can drop $1 billion into the crypto markets and move the market price. You can't do that in the stock market. The stock market's too big. The crypto market's manipulatable, and it gets manipulated, and there's a lot of pump and dump going on. And I'm interested this week. The thing I was most interested in, I will leave this to you, financial people out there who really know finance, because I think it's important for people who know finance to weigh in on this. There is some chatter about how connected or disconnected the crypto market and the stock market are with respect to up and down, and also what inflation might mean for crypto, what inflation might mean for the stock market, what it means for the bond market. A lot of writings on that. If you read the Wall Street Journal, if you read Financial Times, if you go on Bloomberg, if you have financial pundits you like to follow, people who are really into money, like money markets and money and monetary policy, you should do some reading. I'm fascinated by it myself. I don't have enough understanding of the mechanics of the bad guys to know what's standing in the way of the accurate reflection, crypto's accurate reflection of the inflation rate, the gross domestic product. It's hard for me to understand. There's too much funny business going on in my own mind that I can see around me. But I think it's an important thing to try to understand, and I would implore you to do not do your own research by watching YouTube videos. Do your own research by doing some research. Like, go a little deep into the economics that make this work and try to understand, what are the indicators that will matter to you when it comes to the volatility of the marketplace. Right now, it just seems that whenever a whale drops something, prices go down, and whenever whales are holding, prices tend to go up because supply gets smaller. That's sort of what happens. Does blockchain transparency and the on-chain record create an opportunity for reputation systems like the Stolen Asset Property Registry, a blacklist of known bad actors? Lori Fina from YouTube. Lori, great, excellent, fantastic question. The answer to that is it absolutely does. If you remember, there have been a couple, actually. I don't even remember. There have been a couple of really famous Revil ransomware attacks over the last little bit. We had the oil refinery. We've had a couple others. That money gets paid in cryptocurrency. It has been Bitcoin, but it doesn't have to be. It just happens to have been. So the ransom or the bad guys collect the money in a wallet. The wallet, even with this scam we just talked about, the NFT scam and OpenSea and Discord, the bad NFTs went to an anonymous wallet. They couldn't find the scammers, but they instantly knew what NFTs were involved. So while you might not be able to find the person who kidnapped your computer and requested the ransom, you will exactly know where the wallet is that is holding the money. Those coins are tainted forever. It's really hard to spend. Like, if they know, and who doesn't know, the FBI has been contacted, the NSA has been contacted, everybody in the world, it took $600 million in an oil pipeline in the United States, you bet the authorities were watching that crypto wallet. How do you think you get the money out of that crypto wallet? It can't hide in plain sight. You move that Bitcoin, people will know precisely and exactly who took it out, where it went. And those coins are tainted. So yeah, there is definitely an easy way to do that. And for anybody who thinks that cryptocurrency is anonymous, you are seriously, seriously, seriously missing the point. Seriously missing the point. It's not even close to anonymous. You can have privacy coins. Monero is a privacy coin. I think we've gone over this before. Monero is definitely a privacy coin. You can do it, but yeah, they're not anonymous. Last cue of the day, Shelly. Don't NFTs make music royalties easier to buy and sell for fans, investors, and therefore real cash flow? Seems like there's true value right there. James B. Yep, absolutely. And I think that is an amazing untapped market. There's a lot of value created by creators. Some of the art that I've seen in NFTs, original art, over the past couple of weeks, stunning. Music too. And so using NFTs to drop music and to put it in the hands of fans and to remunerate artists and to create value and have everyone share that value. And yeah, there's a lot to be done there. I will be doing a lot more writing on the subject. We've got a couple different music projects in play right now, and it's such an important evolution of the economics of the music business, which have, to be fair and honest, have been on the side of recorded music companies since the beginning of time. Since Tin Pan Alley, since the beginning of the business. There have been gatekeepers who've just taken too big a tolls on some of our favorite artists, people we love, who have given us so much joy and enriched our lives in so many ways, and they died penniless and drunk because they were basically never properly represented, and people took immense advantage of them. And to give the power back to the artists, I don't think there's a nobler cause in the world than to give the artists what they deserve from the work they create and the value they create. So I'm hoping that that's what NFTs can do. It's 12:59 here in New York City. We're on until 1 o'clock. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Crypto info, shellypalmer.com/blockchain. Subscribe to our newsletter on the World Wide Web, shellypalmer.com. You can go there. And if you're so inclined, you may send me an email, Shelly@ShellyPalmer.com. I'm very, very happy to answer any of your questions. We're here every Wednesday from 12:15 to 1 p.m. and love taking your questions. I'm so happy to have all of you here, and thank you to everyone on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook and Zoom for stopping by. I think we're going to work on consolidating this chat because it would be fun for all these chats to be in one place. So maybe we'll try and get that together. Until next time, I want to thank you again for being here. Stay safe, get vaccinated, and enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. Take care. We'll see you really soon.